What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you're doing well. I am doing all right. Super excited about tomorrow. I have plans tomorrow, so that makes me happy, of course. Always in a good mood for that. And yeah, so we're going to be continuing on with our playthrough of Spyro, Ripto's Rage. Pardon me. To deal with a crap ton of cables. They're just kind of looping all through each other here as the last second. Trying to get this all organized. Hold on a second here. Yeah, it's a controller. Somehow went over. There we go. Cable management off skills. Off screen. Not that great. Here we go. Okay, so last stream was the Second Chances stream. I'm glad to be doing that again. I was really looking forward to it. And I was thinking, you know what? Let's kind of take a break in between here. So I'm going to be doing Second Chances, then I'm going to be going and doing the Spyro games, then going back to Second Chances on Wednesday, which will be the second time for God of War, and then I'll give my opinion of it, whether I think the game has changed for the better or for the worst, see if my opinion has changed. And yeah, and then Friday, maybe... Hopefully I'll have my PlayStation fixed, and maybe we can do a legitimate... No, I want to hold off on that. I was thinking, like, we can do a legitimate Fox Hunt run, but I need to have my memory card first. Hold on a second here. Alright, not gonna go see Lauren for a while. Oh no, or more on cousins shut up and we found out tested positive for COVID-19. Ah, shit. That sucks. Well, hopefully she didn't get infected or anything. You know, just really cross my fingers there for you, because I know it's rough being apart from the one you love. You know, it's not fun at all there. Sorry to hear about that. That's really bad news. Hopefully it works out, though. Alright, so today, though, we're jumping back into Spyro. On Wednesday, we're going to be doing day 2 of God of War. So, firing up the game. It's thinking about it right now. It's going to take a second. So she has any symptoms. She's getting tested. Perfect. So, like, when did the stupid cousin test positive? Like, was it here we go. Was it, like, just, like, recently? Or is it, like, a while ago? It has any symptoms? Yeah, okay. I thought it was something new there. Double check, make sure this is displaying correctly. It's not! Because part of it's off the screen. Here we go. Now it should be showing up right, hopefully. There we go. Perfect. %13 done. Oh man, I was hoping I was far along in this game. Shut up a week ago, was coughing, and the next day complained about not feeling well when tested. Results came back this morning. Oof. Yeah, because if it's been like a week, I mean, it's like, who knows at this point? I mean, you could be exposed to it already, and, you know, she could have it, you could have it, it's all over the place. Can't believe I'm like 13% done. Oh, jeez. I was thinking, like, okay, we can... The first game was pretty quick. We ripped through that in about 3, maybe 4 streams. Actually, about 3.5 streams. And this one's like, okay, this is second stream of this game. I'm like, oh, man, I like barely scratched it. Haven't seen Idiot Cousin in well over a month. Okay, that's good. Let's see. So where am I at for worlds here? So Summer Force World. So there's more worlds in this initial hub. This game appears to be a lot larger than I was thinking it was. Let's see if there's anything else I can get to or unlock. Let's see. Sorry, I have to type out a message here. Colossus. Oh god, these water controls. Terrible. Camera. Let's just jump in here and see what's going on. Okay, so we've seen this before. It doesn't give you a different intro when going back to a level, apparently. I was thinking, like, oh, maybe they give you different things. Like, okay, you're coming back to it like Mario 64, where you come back and you have like 7 stars, 7 different objectives to do in the level.
Hi, Spyro. It's a good thing you're here.
Not I will be grateful, I might be grateful. I think that starfish was suicidal. It's like he was happy to see me because he knew I was gonna kill him, put him out of his misery. It's like finally, sweet release from this terrible hell. Okay, so you need a special flame to open these stupid things. Is there anything over here? Probably imminent death, I'm sure. What do you have to do to make that jump? Yeah, it's like you don't have enough time to do a double jump to really get that going. Nope. Okay. Doesn't matter anyway. Alright. Okay, that's just disturbing. Down, you stupid baby. There we go. Now he's moving. Like, I was so glad I could die for you.
The water workers have captured most of our baby turtles, and the boxes they put them in are incredibly strong. With a more powerful flame attack, maybe you could break open the boxes and release them.
Maybe. Why do you have babies in boxes anyway? Should I be calling Child Protective Services? This all sounds really, really shady to me. Beat 11 enemies to activate the Super Flame power-up. 2 pyramids on the round platform. Okay. There's my 11. So I know I'm going slow. Do these do anything? No, they do not. Okay. Okay, that door stays open no matter what. So do these boxes stay destroyed? Babies in boxes. Nobody's taking the children, unfortunately. This is about to get some bad news, I'm sure. Yeah, it's like, how was Wurzel's stream? Well, it was great. He just started getting quiet and not moving in the game for a while, and so let's see. Yeah, so those stay gone. Okay. There's one back here. Whole bunch of gems I can't reach. Yay! Let's see, where's the other ones I should probably find before I start racing around like an idiot? Probably back here. Yeah, so that's one you gotta hit the trap door for. Okay. Shitty camera! Okay, so where are the other two at then? Okay, I just hit an invisible wall here. What? Yeah, there's something invisible right here. I don't know what. Now I'm scared. Yeah, I heard a thought. Nothing happened for that stream. Alright. So now we gotta find these other two boxes. Probably somewhere like you need to be able to climb to get to them. Ha 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 ha. So seriously, like, where are these other boxes then? Now it finally works. How nice and convenient. Unless, hold on a second here, there's... What about this stupid pool over here you gotta run and jump into? Yeah, I can't get to that whatsoever, okay. Fucking camera, oh my god. Where the hell am I? Okay, that was disorienting as fuck. There's nothing else over here, so who knows about those boxes? I don't know. It's one of those things I have to take a look at YouTube. Or I get hurt. Sunny Beach boxes. Let's see what YouTube has to say about this. Oh, here's a 100%. Here's how to get all the boxes. It's a 10-minute video. Why would this take 10 minutes to show you how to break 7 boxes? These are the questions that I wonder about humanity. Basically, someone's trying to beat the YouTube algorithm, like, oh, I can monetize this if I make it for like 10 minutes long. And I'm going to record this video with a potato phone. Okay, gets the trapdoor one, I've seen that. 2. Do the one up top. Now I'll show you what I'm looking at here. And where are you? Desktop. So he gets it, gets the power up. So I've gotten that one already. Got the one up top he's going for. Got this one over here. Got the other one on top too. He's gonna have to hit over there. Oh wow, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. So you have to go. Oh, you have to go all the way back over here. Okay, so it's not in that other water. So that's one. Where's the next one at? Where's the final one at? So apparently there is one down over here, I guess. Yeah, good luck. He's having the same problems I did with the camera and the bullshit with this. Oh wow, way over there. Okay, so it's gonna be a pain in the butt to do. Got it. Hey, Nimix. I got land drop over here on this computer. Nice. So now your wife can microwave everything with impunity. Does not have to worry about scrambling up the signal. Alright, here we go. Okay, that's one down there. Now we need to... the other water one. There we go. Nice, and teleport you right back. Okay.
Thingamajig as a token of our everlasting gratitude.
Oh yes, the sacred thingamajig. Very sacred indeed. Next to the whatchamacallit. The holiest, that thing there. Alright, so that's cool. So I have like no idea what I'm supposed to be doing for like rest of level completion or which I need to move on, because there's... this is just Summer Forest World, so there's got to be other worlds involved. I was thinking that this game was going to be pretty short, and it's looking to be pretty long, which is disheartening, to be honest. This game's not a lot of fun. Okay, so this guy's just hanging out here for reasons.
The baby turtles will lead the way, but there are some obstacles that they cannot pass. If you can clear the obstacles away, the turtles will be able to make it to safety.
And then they can teach you the secret of the ooze and ninja rap. But you must be a white, terrible rapper to do it. There is a price to pay. So, what baby turtles is he talking about exactly? There's these stupid guys. This is perfect. Pinnacle of gaming achievement and programming. Is there like a genocide trophy where like you just murder everything in like all the levels? Always preferred the Crash series of Spyro, like the first game, but never really played the sequels. Yeah, first Spyro wasn't that bad. It is what it is. This game is like, oh crap, we made a hit. Let's make another one, and they didn't really think it out very well. It doesn't really flow, it's not really cohesive with its story or plot lines or anything else like that. Its level design's not very inspired at all. It screams like rush job, really. Just not really thought out and well executed. It was like, okay, well, it wouldn't surprise me if this game came out like less than 11 months after Spyro 1. It would not surprise me to learn that at all if that was the case. And Crash Bandicoot was the big game. I mean, that was the big seller for a while. That's right. Let's look this up here. Spyro 2, 1999. See, November 2nd. And first game came out September 10th. So literally in 1998. So literally these games came out 14 months from each other. So that's not a long time for development. Even in the PlayStation day, that's really short. That explains why it's not that great of a game, to be honest. Such high, fast turnaround, basically pump it out. It's the same studio too. I think it was the same studio. Let me bring this back up here. Oh, not that. Get rid of you. Yeah, no, it was Insomniac, so they just crapped this out in 14 months. Barely, so that explains it.
I saw something shiny at the top of this wall. You could probably get it, but you'll have to learn how to climb.
Can you like teach me how to do that, please? That'd be really nice. Spyro 2. Climb. Please tell me where. Where do you learn how to climb in Spyro 2? Talk to Moneybags, he'll help you. That is really amazing. I am so glad that GameFAQs exists to tell me this wonderful information. I have no idea where this guy's at. Okay, let's try something here. Let's go back to the hub world. Yeah, usually you have to... A game goes gold usually 30 days before release. So that's like basically you're sending it off to like get... to be basically be made at that point. So before that, maybe you might, if you're fortunate, you might have 6 to 8 weeks for bug testing. That's another super crunch schedule. You usually want more than that, like around 3 to 4 months, maybe. The bug testing just to make sure it's solid down, depending on how complex a game is. I mean, when you get games rushed like this, it's very minimal time. I mean, this port isn't really rushed, but like the original, wouldn't surprise me if there was a lot of major bugs into it. Okay, so I need to get all 6 talismans, so I need to go back to... I have them. Okay, so I should be able to get back to wherever Summer Forest was, like the main hub part was at the start of all this, and then, pardon me, then I should be able to do a fight. Get the climb ability, hopefully, maybe. Just gotta find out where the hell that is, because this place is kinda screwy. Is our map on? Turn the map on. It's like, we don't care. You don't get a map. There we go. There we go. Okay. You think this place is confusing for its layout? It is. It absolutely is. Yeah, it's hard to see because like it was very small in the browser. It looks like he runs like face first into a corner. It's like, yeah, that'll teach him how to do that and give him some stitches and possibly some future dental work. So Glimmer I already have. So how do you get out of this place? That's what I'm kind of confused about, because like I've seen that there's 3 other worlds that you can actually get to in theory, but you need to be able to get there. Because this is just Summer Forest World, but you're supposed to get all the talismans. This is where you need to look up a guide and you're like, okay, where the hell am I supposed to go? Spyro to guide. Okay, so there's apparently, let's see, Glimmer, got that. Summer Forest Home. That. Idle Springs, Colossus, Hurricos, Sunny Beach, Quarry Towers. Okay, so we have Ocean Speedway. Where are you? From the tree room, take a left-hand door up the stairs. Every room I've been in has a tree in it. Look, there's trees everywhere. Wow, big follows. That's amazing. Totally hope you'll get banned for being a dumbass in my chat. If anyone wants to swing a ban hammer real fast on this dumbass. Nope. Alright, do it myself. Yep. So where does this go? A mystery. And not the Scooby-Doo fun kind. Yeah, it's a lot of, like, I love when you get, like, super shady, like, shady directions, too. Like, oh yeah, in the room with the tree and this hub world, just take a left. It's like, well, where? Okay, so that's where that popped. Yeah, so I already got the idol for this. I'm not sure what it wants me to do, because it looks like it was highlighted inside. You know, it was highlighted already, like on the map, like, hey, you should probably go in here. Yeah, so walkthroughs of this game are pretty much useless. I even looked at IGN and they're like, oh, just go places and do things.
The idols we were carving have come to life. They've locked us out of our temples and stolen our food.
I've been locked in here with all our tools, and the giant idol heads won't let the workers in unless we can solve the 3 puzzles they've given us.
Okay.
The first puzzle is to turn all these blocks yellow. If you have trouble, come back and talk to me.
Okay. So it seems like it's going to be probably like a jump on a block. Alright, so let's see what we're up against. Oh yeah, it's going to be super complicated. Yep, Regis died like 2 days ago, I think it was. 88 years old. Heart failure. Happens with old age. So I'm going to bet if I just jump on all 4 corners that they're all light up. Wow, what are the odds of that?
Oh, Spyro,
Wow, John Saxon, really? I didn't hear about that.
I knew you could do it. Now, meet me at the pond for the next challenge.
So you got the original trilogy now. From Enter the Dragon Up in Heaven. Got Jim Kelly, Bruce Lee, John Saxon, yep. 2 days ago, 83. Yeah, did not hear about that at all. Camera, come on.
Wow, Spyro, you did it!
So meet you at the pond for the next challenge? Okay.
This idol says he's hungry and won't be satisfied until he's swallowed 10 fish. He's got a sensitive stomach, so watch what kind of fish you feed him.
Okay. Flame fish to feed the idol. The idol's very picky. Is there a certain type I should be looking out for? Okay, so blue or yellow. Why is an idol eating fish? This raises more questions.
Okay, Spyro, just one more puzzle.
How is that a puzzle?
I'll meet you over by the colored stones for your final challenge.
Sir, that is racist. We need to boycott Foreman Bud. Get on Twitter, get a hashtag movement going right now. Cancel Foreman Bud. Hatemonger, definitely a Nazi. Call him a fascist too, in other words I don't understand. Because I didn't study history. Man, the Kool-Aid Man's a dick in this level.
If you jump on these stones in the correct order, you will solve the puzzle. I only know what the first one is. It's up to you to figure the rest. Let's stop. Let's. Let's. Nice job, Spyro. You're pretty smart for a dragon.
That, sir, that is racist again. So he thinks that dragons are dumb? That we're not intelligent? Hmm? Distracting me with shiny objects? And we're back here for some reason, okay. Okay, so I just gotta find out where I'm supposed to be going next. I said it's like this one level here is showing that it's like it's highlighted on the map. Idle Springs, but I have the idol already. I have all the talismans. Let's just travel here and see what's going on.
The funny-looking guys with the shock sticks have drained all our water. We can't get it back unless someone activates.
Oh, this annoying level.
Guarding. Shock stick guys are tough. Yesterday, they turned Vern, our giant squid, into fried calamari.
He was delicious. Oh. So maybe there's something in here I missed. Probably. So you have like numbered, I've noticed like pillars already, but I don't know what they're for. No, that's 5. No, go back up, please. Okay, so I have to go in through here. And it's like, I've already taken your money, I don't need to do it again. I could. Yes, that'd be funny. Outraged Twitch streamer causes recall for Spyro. Won't someone think of the children? His scream proclaimed.
Our world is wet again. We all want you to have this talisman of Aquaria Towers to remember us.
I was like, yeah, I already collected the talisman. I already have it. So I don't know what it wants from me. Those frame drops. Whew. Not on my side, it's the game, but... Oh...
Well done, Spyro. Now that you have 6 talismans, this door will open.
Nice. Weird that I had to go through and do a level again to make it let that open, but...
You might want to know how Ripto and his monsters arrived in Avalar. You see, last week in the Winter Tundra, the professor was working on some new super portal technology.
Yeah, they used it like once or twice in the game. They patched it out, and the SJWs are still screaming about it. They're like, you didn't go far enough. They need to make full more apologies. They need to make everybody trans. And it's like, dude, that's why you don't apologize to those people.
What?
Don't give in to the mob, because you'll never make them happy.
You useless buffoons! Why can't either of you? Where are we? No dragons? Wonderful. Crush, go back and pack my bags. We're moving in. Say hello to your new king.
Professor, shut it down! Hurry!
Oh my, I can't see the switch. I think I've broken my glasses.
You can't figure out what button to press, the big large one?
Through the portal, you idiot!
Tell all your friends to take the orbs and scatter them throughout Avalar. Quickly!
Now! Go! Crush! Get the orbs now! Now! You despicable little creature! I'll kill you!
This is bad news for Avalar. Hunter, why didn't you chase him?
Yeah. I, would have gone after him, but didn't he say something about
Something
not
about
liking
called, what's the word?
dragons?
Chicken shit. Yeah, that's it.
Professor, could we catch a dragon to help us?
Yes, I think so. We'll need a world that has an alignment much better suited to intercepting one of these creatures. How about Glimmer?
Crush, not just for sodas. All right. So, when is this guy invulnerable? Okay, I see. So you got him, flames in between. Run away while he collapses the ceiling on himself. Okay. So it should be Shockwave. It's faster. Yeah, bosses take a lot of hits. Get your ear. Continuing on. And we just saw a man die a violent death. He went out as he lived, like a moron.
But golf will be more than a match for you.
Crush.
Bring it on,
Gulp.
shorty.
Were these sponsored by like the Crush Soda Company? Big Gulp, like, you know, 7-Eleven. Crush Soda.
Destroy him and make sure it's painful. What? Go! Get me out of here! So long, dragon.
What a wuss.
Yay! Like, hopefully the game's loading or doing something.
That Ripto has caused enough damage. All his meddling has cost me a fortune. If it wasn't for Spyro, I'd be bankrupt. Oh, if Ripto were here, I'd give him a piece of my mind. In fact, I'd give him a lot more than that. I was a champion bantamweight boxer at university, and I still know a few moves. Take that! And that! No! Why, you...
Okay, it's interesting. Carmen just texted me. She's like, was Quackshot released in English? I'm like, yeah, of course. She's like, mine's in Japanese. I'm like, shouldn't be. Okay, she's playing in a Retron 5. So Retron 5, basically, she's, yeah, she likes it. She's happy with it, though. She actually sent me a picture. She found her NES copy of Mario Brothers 2. She's like, I'm firing my Retron, and I'm having fun with it. I'm like, by all means, honey, don't let me stop you. But anyway, apparently, when she puts in Quackshot into her Retron 5, because what it does is it basically, for those who don't know, the Retron 5 is actually an emulation system. What it's doing is it's dumping your game into a ROM format and plays it off that onto your system. So Quackshot actually contains, inside the English copy of it, actually contains the Japanese version as well. It basically reads the BIOS and says, okay, this is what your region is, and loads up that language. For whatever reason, the Retron, it's reading it as Japanese, and thus pulling up the language as such, instead of being in English. So it's my old English cart, but it's reading it as Japanese instead. And Sonic 3 won't work on the Retron. Huh. Might need to update the firmware. I will look into it tomorrow. As for... Let me just pull my damn... Me trying to type on the phone, it's like, this is just slow and stupid. Let's bring up Facebook real fast. Hold on a second. As for Quackshot and the Retron 5, the English cart has both the English and Japanese versions on it. The game reads the BIOS for the system and loads the correct game. If you put it into a Japanese Genesis, aka Mega Drive, it loads the Japanese one. So for some reason, the Retron is reading as a Japanese BIOS for that game. Not sure if you can change that in a menu. Meanwhile, I own the Sega Saturn version of Quackshot, and it's the Genesis ROM on a CD, and expensive. There we go. Back to the game. Our new area. Enough of a break there. So yeah, she likes her Retron, so I'm like, okay, as long as you like it and you're happy with it. She actually owns, I've seen her Genesis and everything else, so she legit owns the systems, but she just likes the convenience for that, so I won't fault her. If she's happy with it, if anyone's happy with whatever they play, that's fine. More power to you, you know? Sonic 3 also has problems too with the Retron, and same thing for Sonic and Knuckles, so...
And legend also has it that I know how to activate it. Furthermore, as I recall, the legend mentioned something about me activating it for a small fee.
For me. No.
Okay, you can come back and learn later. But if you have...
Here we go. Learn how to climb.
Well, well. I bet a rich dragon like you wouldn't mind cashing in a few gems to learn how to climb. I'd be willing to teach you for, say, oh, I don't know, a small fee.
Yes, please.
You won't regret it. Okay, when you see a wall surface that looks climbable, like the one to my left here, just jump onto it and you will grab it with your claws.
Well, what are you set to? I mean, that's the big thing, because I have the, Nix, I have the transcode, so you can drop yourself down. Like, I'm actually streaming pretty decent clip here. But you can drop yourself down to like 480p, you know, or 360p and so forth, lower ones if you're not getting that. But also, I know you did a land, so...
Press the jump button again to leap off.
Cool, I just automatically do it there. Slowly but surely. But I know you hooked up a direct cable instead of working out the Wi-Fi, so that's even better. So that's probably just giving stability. You know, maybe your Wi-Fi just wasn't strong enough or too much signal interference, because I know you had a lot of connecting to it. Just running that direct cable might have helped too. Let's go to Scorch. Let's see what that is. Actually, what's over on y'all?
Sorry, Spyro. This door is stuck, and it's going to take some orb energy to open it. Come back when you've got a few more orbs.
Well, I'm glad to hear you're not having buffering. That's awesome. Where are the humans? Children of the corn variety. Okay, so she just let her brother die. Alright!
Hello, Spyro. My brother Handel and I have been sent here to...
I was saying Hansel and Gretel, but here we are.
Handel got caught by these evil soldiers, and I'm stuck out here.
Instead of having joined with the action, I have it with him with like I can with a wavy. Whoa! Oh god, this is gonna drive me nuts. Okay, we have your woman, Outlander. Outlander.
If you can open the doors that block the way, I can find...
Oh, they even spelled
and we can
block
complete a
block.
super
Oh
secret
god.
spy mission.
I'm really working for the Watsies. Whoops. What that's whip. Children of the Corn? Eh. I wasn't even paying attention to what she wanted because I was just so distracted by the baby talk she's doing. And murdering camels, and somewhere in the Middle East they're crying for this. Fun fact! There used to be camels in North America. And they went extinct. But yeah, we used to have camels in North America. Thousands upon thousands of years ago. This place just seems all problematic, if you ask me. Problematic world. I don't know, is Children of the Corn a crappy film, though? I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it.
In the tower that will open the door and raise the flag, giving the castle.
Where's the what? Oh, did she say something what I thought she said? They get me banned from Twitch if I were to repeat it? Yeah, he'll know for sure. He'll tell you it's a classic. I mean, we know that, but like, you can have bad classics and you have good classics. Yeah, the game has really upped the ante. We have humans now. We have religious fanatic Grimaces, which is why you don't see him part of McDonald's anymore. He's gone over and joined like Spyro ISIS. They're trying to kill the blonde infidels, aka the Americans. I am onto this game and what they're trying to sell us here. Yes, I know this came out in 1998. 99, I should say, but I'm aware that they snuck these details in for the remaster. I don't understand exactly what's going on. They are not fooling me. Pretty much anyone who's ever seen the Halloween sequels, just don't ask them about them because they're just terrible.
Escaped from the Avalar Zoo, and I've been sent here to catch them. But they keep throwing coconuts at me, and it hurts. Can you help me out?
Well, is it like some kind of cheetah that could move fast? Get out of the way, I don't know.
Great! Just charge the tree before I get hit. I'll be.
Well, why would you admit that, Ronnie? Why?
Follow me. Looks like you could use another try at this.
Well, how about you go where I want to go?
Just charge the tree before I get hit. I'll be.
That would make things easier. So it'd be nice if the camera moved.
Thanks for your help, Spyro. Please take this. One of the monkeys had it.
I like monkeys. I wrote that many years ago. In an extremely sleep-deprived state, I wrote a little epic short story, I guess we call, about I Like Monkeys. About how they were really expensive, but like this pet store had like really cheap, like a nickel each, so I bought 200 of them. And then they all died, and it was my struggle about trying to figure out what to do with 200 dead monkeys. and I just ended up giving away as Christmas presents. And people are like, yeah, I've seen that before, you didn't write it. It's like, yeah, I did, post it online, and my friend has the original. It's always credited to Anonymous, but I was the one who wrote it many years ago while very sleep deprived, because I showed my parents, they were like, wow, our son is fucking crazy. So I sent a copy of it handwritten to my friend Brandy. She still has it to this day, and she holds on to it. She's like, I still got it. I still have the proof that you wrote this, like, you know, before the earliest one ever showed up on the net. So she's got it to this day. I think she even has it framed. Just a great conversation piece for her husband, like, why do you have this insane story framed? Well, let me tell you. You know, the guy who wrote it is a nut job. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it's a truly insane, bizarre tale. Basically, I wrote it because I didn't like Christmas. I still hate Christmas to this day. I find it an annoying, like, season altogether, and really hate it at the time because, like, when you're a band, you're playing Christmas music, like, around, like, August through December. Just nothing but Christmas every single day. Gets old real fast. I even stuck in a masturbation joke about beating my monkey and not feeling better. That one goes over people's heads. Okay, so where'd that open? Over here. So you can have Purple Grimace with a knife. That's okay, but you can't have a gun, so you gotta give him a slingshot. That guy is dedicated and posing, he's ready. Oh, look at that! One with a bomb on it. Oh god, this level is... Okay, I didn't know if I was gonna launch at him to blow him up. That would be a no. Yeah, this level's a little on the nose. Why has nobody complained about this level yet? It's supposed to be Hansel and Gretel, but it's like Middle Eastern terrorist world. Full of cliches and suicide bombers and... It's like, death to the infidel nuggets! I'm pretty sure Hamburglar had his hand cut off in this world too.
Now Handel and I can complete our mission. By the way, you can have this talisman. I stole it when the soldiers weren't looking.
The Scarab!
We need those flags to prove our secret mission was successful. But the Flag Keeper keeps stealing them. If you can knock the Flag Keeper down, you could bring the flags back. My secret decoder ring says that this power-up thing should help you.
Yeah, it just sounds like a pain in the butt, kid. And then they died horrible deaths. We're the infidels. Too lewd! Okay, so as a ginger, I have the ability to curse people with foot fungus. But apparently if you're blonde, you can channel the power of Satan and like hit him with golden showers and sparkle mist. They can taste the spray. Gosh, what was that movie? The Big Hit. Mark Wahlberg, aka Marky Mark. Sans Funky Bunch. There was this movie within a movie, like one of the main characters, like one of the characters, I guess his daughter, like the love interest of Marky Mark's character in that movie. He plays a hitman, like young hitman, struggling to start off. And like her dad is a Japanese actor, was trying to break into like the industry. It was like the Golden Idol, and the slogan for the movie was like "Taste the Golden Spray." I was like, oh my god! It's like he didn't understand why it flopped and why people kept laughing at the name of the movie and the tagline. It was like "Gold Shower" or something like that. Taste the Golden Spray. It was something silly. Haven't seen that movie forever.
Well, hello there, Mr. Dragon. You're pretty cute for a quadruped. I wish I could take you on a tour of our temple, but a bunch of lousy earth shapers have encased it in
Racist! Everybody's racist in this game. And if she's supposed to be Scottish, hey, I got news for you. Real Scots, you can't understand a word they're saying. Alright, so let's see. What was I going to do? The Big Hit, I think it was called, was that? Yeah. Taste the Golden Spray. I'm trying to remember what it was there. Yeah. Taste the Golden Spray was written, produced, and starring Jiro Nishi, and marketed with the most expensive billboard ever, which included a motorized gold-plated statue. Yeah, it bombed so bad that it drove him to bankruptcy and suicidal depression. I really gotta watch that movie. I remember it being like a good comedy. It takes a while to start up and get going, but after that, it's pretty good. I remember it being decent, so... Oh no, your boyfriend's turned into a stone. Oh crap, I was hoping to like shatter like the T-1000 and just die. Just chunks. She tried for Scottish, sound more Eastern European. I'm like, yeah, that's not really Scottish. I'm not sure what they were kind of doing, but they're like, eh, whatever.
Thank you for releasing me. There are still some more satyrs trapped in stone.
Yeah, and if you're stuck rolling your R's like this for no reason, then suddenly you're like Scrooge McDuck. Yeah. Exactly. Oh great, I get to see this every single time I get one. Let's see. Bacon. That's just disturbing on another level, and I can't see what hit me. Alright. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? No, Attack of the Killer Shrubs. Flame does nothing against the rock. Ooh, can I not kill these guys? That's an interesting twist. Apparently she found, like, Carmen found a whole bunch of games. She's, like, just playing through them right now. She said she's getting her butt kicked at Mario Brothers. I'm like, which one? 1, 2, or 3? And she's like, Super Nintendo. I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna guess Mario World then? I mean, they did All-Stars, which was the remakes. They remade Mario Brothers for that. You know, I have it. If I need to knock him to lava. Yeah, that's just... Yeah, that's a painful death. That's not fast. Ooh, I gotta tell Carmen about how to play Buddhist Mario. Alright, here we go. Yep. Yeah, that's the fight too. People are like, oh man, it's like, there's gonna be Switch stuff. It's like, no. And then they're like, because of course, you know, Nintendo fans tend to be, hate to say it, kind of dumb. But then they're like, well, this hurts Nintendo. They're gonna, like, their bottom line's gonna be, they're gonna be hurting for money and their stock's gonna go down. I'm like, this is old code for systems you can't legally buy anymore, for games you can't legally buy anymore. It's neat because it's a document dump there for a lot of different things. Like, you get to see old, you know, preview stuff for, like, beta versions and prototype versions of, like, Super Mario, like Yoshi's Island, Super Mario World 2, which was called Super Mario Brothers 5, you know, which is what it was, because Super Mario World in Japan was called Super Mario Brothers 4. So the original title for Yoshi's Island was Super Mario Brothers 5. Had that, lots of cool stuff in there too. Alternate music, lots of neat things, but then there's also the same problem too where this person has also copied a lot of internal memos. That's kind of not cool. That part I'd be against, you know, the internal workings of a company for emails and stuff. That really shouldn't be out, to be honest. But like the other preservation stuff, I'm kind of for. It's kind of cool to see that stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that they're actually not ROMs. That's the big thing, is just compiled information. Some people are trying to recompile it as best they can, but it's not full source code. I mean, it's not a full ROM set, really. Even though the ones say that they are ROMs, there's still no ROMs to be had on it. So people are able to get it running after doing some tweaking and things like that, but it'd be interesting to see. Nintendo's already trying to DMCA stuff like that as fast as they can, but you can't keep it off the internet, you know? The N64 stuff was really interesting, knowing how that was all set up. It's actually basically the same stuff that was on the Chinese IQ system, which was a way to get around releasing games in China. It's really weird, like, they don't allow Japanese companies to release Nintendo there, but eventually, and video games were banned for the longest time officially. Then they released out this, this company had this thing called the IQ, which had, like, Ocarina of Time, Smash Brothers, F-Zero X, lots of different things. All that information got leaked out, different prototypes for the N64, but currently the IQ still has not been hacked for security, so even though, like, here's the ROM information, you can't do anything with it, really. It's still pretty much encrypted until they break that. But yeah, it's really interesting. I'm all for it for the preservation side of just being able to see, like, what these prototypes were and their thought processes, like what Yoshi used to look like. I sent that to Carmen because she loves Yoshi. I was like, check this out. She's like, I'm scared of that. You know, the original, like, skitty version of Yoshi. Yeah, so eventually, giving some time, I'm sure we'll see compiled prototypes showing up. That I would not be surprised at all. But it's gonna take some work, because I think how they got it to work now, for the couple things we've seen here and there, people are actually kind of dumping it and modifying it with existing final version code to get it up and running. It's just bits and pieces so far. I'm typing out the rules out real quick for Buddhist Mario. I sneeze fire. There we go. See if she tries that at all. She'll probably read those rules and go, no! Alright, let's see what's over here. A flame apparently frees him too. Dancing pigs.
It's great to be free. Now there's only one satyr left to rescue.
That little piggy's not going home.
Oh, dragon! Perhaps you can help. My friend is locked in this room and lost the key. Do you know how hard it is to find a locksmith at this time of night?
So I took her out the Buddhist Mario rules. She's like, no, not doing that.
Now that you have rescued all the satyrs in Fracture Hills, you ought to explore the temple.
Aye.
Oh, hi, Dragon Boy. You're probably expecting me to say, you're my hero. Thanks for saving poor Helen.
Ooh, she's a tsundere.
Sorry, short stuff. I was only in here because I like the peace and quiet. Anyway, the other fawns wanted me to give you this talisman.
Yeah, this game is just nothing but like furry bait. It's just straight up what it is. Alright. Toucan Sam in his Vietnam survival years. Is that a Goomba from Mario Brothers? Or is Insomniac gonna get sued? Okay, Toucan Sam, spill it.
Please excuse the mess, Spyro. We are currently suffering from a land blubber infestation. First they put out the fires in our boilers, and now they've shut down our ship too. If you could stoke up the fires under the boilers, I'm sure you could make your way to the ship. The steam from the boilers will activate our highly advanced machinery.
Yes, that's a death drop.
Stoke up the fires under the boilers, I'm sure you could make your way.
Okay, so how do you do that? Oh, okay, there's a small, tiny little flame there, and apparently does it. Big bonfire, that is not. Looks like there's something bigger. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. This is like bad acid trip level. Yeah, this is all like a Mario Brothers ripoff. That's apparently a Flood from Mario Sunshine. This is like really twitchy. Hey, Tonka, what's up, buddy? Hopefully you're doing well. Just a day off, sweet. I have every day off because I'm unemployed. Not bragging, it's not something you really brag about. Like, oh yeah, dude, I'm like totally unemployed, it's amazing. I have like no job, no income. Chicks dig me. So here's a Goomba inside the buckets. That guy over here is ripping off Flood. For Mario Sunshine, how Insomniac did get sued, I don't know. I'm onto him. Yeah. Well, it's only so much you can really take, and it's good to have days off.
Those landlubbers have littered these metal spike mines all over the harbor. If you can clear them out, I'll give you this orb I found in a clam yesterday.
Wow, I'm not sure I really want that. That's not too bad. It's a decent chunk of change for sure. Especially you have like overtime and stuff like that, then it's really worth it. Okay, it just goes in a loop. I'm like, cool, let's go over here. Nothing. No overtime. Boo. They suck. When I worked for AOL, it was Chick-fil-A. If you're making that at Chick-fil-A, you gotta be in like California or something. Because everywhere else it's like a minimum wage job. And of course, if you're making like $15, yeah, Oregon, yeah, somewhere on the West Coast, so. Usually if you're making that much, it's because like the cost of living is that high. So it's like, it sounds impressive, and then you're like, I kind of need to survive. And you're like, oh. Yeah, exactly. It's all about where you live. Exactly, Ronnie. Like I said, it's, you know, maybe I think it's $7.75, I think is the federal minimum wage right now here in the States. But yeah, it's not a lot. What is up here? Really? I thought it was $7.75. It's been a while. Like, ooh, there's a thing of TNT up here. I'll destroy that. You cannot. I don't know, my goal is to not have a minimum wage job ever again, so. Just getting a job would be good too. It's like, can't see, camera won't spin. There we go. Yeah, 19 school, not bad. I mean, like I said, you can do doing far, far worse. I've done far, far worse, so. Yeah, you know what's fun to do in Ohio? Pack up and get out. Trust me, I live right next to that state. there anything special for that? No, I guess not. Okay. Yeah, I just learned to stop kind of questioning things like that. Really, how you can move so fast with being in a bucket.
Can you hop on that trolley up there and collect them for me?
Try to think, it was the worst place I ever lived, hands down, Missouri, without a doubt. Second worst place I would have to say is Utah, which Twas would be very sad to hear me say. But it was like I was allergic to like everything as a kid, like in Utah. So I was like, I didn't get to breathe hardly at all when I lived there. I was like, oh, I was like constantly like sinus infections, ear infections. And then like, you know, the allergies kicked up, and it's just like I was miserable the entire time until I moved out there. I don't know what it was, but seeing how I've developed allergies later in life, like to grass and pollen, things like that, I'd probably die going there now. And Utah is like visiting a foreign country where they still take your money. It's like going to Canada almost. It's like America, but it's not quite right. It's very similar, but things are slightly off a little bit. Wisconsin, I didn't think it was too bad. It's just not a whole lot there to it. There's a lot of cow pies growing around. A lot of cheeseheads. Oh, okay.
Trouble with the trolley,
Yes.
Well,
it's Mormon Central.
left stick to change lanes. Press the jump button.
I probably should have told you this stuff before. Oops.
To fire the...
Gee, that would have been useful to know before. Yeah, and they had like really weird laws about like liquor purchases and everything. It's beautiful. I mean, the mountains and everything else, it's a pretty place, but it's just like, it was just really weird. But yeah, Missouri, hands down, worst places in the world to live. For me, at least. I mean, you know, there's crappy countries, of course, but it's like, yeah. Gosh, what was I watching the other day? It had a sign like "Visit Rwanda." Oh, that's right. It was soccer was on, international like UK soccer, and there was like an advertisement for like "Visit Rwanda." I'm like, no, you don't visit Rwanda as much as you flee Rwanda. Come to Rwanda and leave with both your hands, hopefully. No guarantee. That is like super twitchy. Dude, shut up! I heard you before. Silence. People in Missouri clearly have never heard of an interstate, which is because Missouri has a lot of them. Yeah, and all the roads are like named after letters. So it's like you got D, like you went off, like I used to live in a place called Whiteman Air Force Base, which is like 45 miles to the east of Kansas City. And so like you left the base, you were going to go to Warrensville, which is the next closest town. You'd have to go on DD Road to get there, which is Delta. And then you go from Delta to E Road, E as an Echo, and it was like, why can't you just have like, you know, Interstate 5 to 16 or whatever, you know, like most streets are. Like, I go see Carmen, I get on like I-79 South, and then I take Interstate 19 to 79, you know, things like that. It's like in Missouri, it's just like everything is letters constantly. It's like, okay, fine. It's just idiocy all around. I mean, okay, it's not gonna let me change routes here. Okay, now I get it. You gotta hit it like a turning thing. Got it. Making progress.
Trouble with the trolley, eh?
Okay. Dude, why are you keep telling me that? Okay, so some things you can shoot, some things you cannot. Oh, this is aggravating. The biggest problem with Missouri, outside of like rednecks and racists everywhere, was there's like ticks constantly. If you were walking in the grass anywhere in that state, you were getting covered in ticks. That was mean like use and leave. You know, would you take it? Yes. Okay, so I shot that before and it blew up. Now I'm shooting it and it's not exploding. Why? Well, then you have places like Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. They're like, whoever built the roads for Atlanta, Georgia was on crack. There was one where I can't remember where. It's probably been torn down by now, but I mean, we're talking like 25 years ago. Just learning to drive, driving through there. Came out the interstate into like went off the wrong exit and it looped down into a dead end. There was no way to get back onto the highway. You took the off-ramp from the highway straight into a dead end, which means I had to back onto the highway. It was late at night, thinking there's hardly no one there. I had to back myself back onto the highway backwards, and hopefully nobody was going to come down, because of course locals knew they can't go into a dead end. But why would you have an official exit that was into a dead end and then try to get back on the highway? It was insanity. Insomniac Games with the original Bethesda. This game was like crapped out in 14 months, which is pretty quick turnaround. I mean, not this game, but the original Spyro 2. So it's like it feels so much different from like game design wise versus the first game. It really does. And I'm like, okay, this game had to have been like, I was thinking like 11 months, maybe 9-11 months to do a turnaround. And it turned out to be 14, so it was like, okay, that kind of explains it. This game just isn't really that fun. Hit the wrong one. Oops. Crap. Oh, isn't this so much fun? I'm having a good time. Only having a great time, not missing my girlfriend, wishing I was playing video games with her instead. No, I'm having a great time playing this right now. On stream. For everyone here. Good times. So happy. Yes. Excuse me while I get drunk and yell at my cat first. Then I'll be a hypocrite to anyone online who dares try to challenge me. Inside joke. Alright, we'll give this one more try. I don't even know if I need to do this to beat the level. Yeah, if I was first to play this game or die, I'd shoot myself. Well, actually, I'd shoot the person who made me do it, and then I'd shoot myself, just as a principle. Not lethally, just like, you know, flesh wound. Remember, kids, if you have a choice between getting shot or stabbed, take getting shot. Because knives hurt going in and out. Bullets hurt just basically getting shot in, that's it. So that's your nice disturbing tip from me today. Don't ask how I know that.
Trouble with the truck.
Alright, dude. Fuck you. No! You want hurt going out, then get stabbed. Knock yourself out. Alright, let's see where this flips me. At a weird camera angle, too.
If you could stoke up the fires under the boilers.
I'm betting, like, you have to do that minecart thing just to get it done. Like, in order to beat this level. This is just annoying. Okay, instant death down below. Looks like I've hit all the boilers so far. I said unless there's one at the end of that stupid trolley that I don't know about, or you have to like hit the flame on the way there. So that's lit. There's nothing over there, that's a loop. Playing Wolfenstein, New Order, realize it's better than New Colossus. That's what I've heard. Heard that New Order was better than Colossus. This level gives you an absurd amount of, like, health. For reasons I don't understand why, because you're not really in danger of getting killed a whole lot. Alright, so it looks like we have to do this stupid trolley. New Colossus isn't bad, has some issues, stealth system is awful, and New Order is really good. What I really did like for stealth in a first-person shooter game was Dishonored. That game was funky. It's like, it's first person, you have forced stealth, and you can't see through boxes or anything. You don't have like this detective vision or whatever, or like, wow, I almost dropped my controller and screwed myself here. But it's like, you know, like, whoa, you have these heightened senses so you can sense people around the corner. Like, even like The Last of Us had that. So you could, like, know what's in the next room because you had superior hearing. That was their gimmick for it. Dishonored has none of that. So you have to peek up to see where enemies are, to see where their walking patterns are. And they spot you instantly. Like, oh, there he is. So it's like, well, it's forced stealth, but you don't have a way to really see what's going on unless you really memorize everything from dying constantly. So that was a game I actually considered having on my Second Chance series if I really wanted to put up with it, but I'm kind of like, yeah. It forced me right into there. Nice.
Okay. Well, you
Yeah, just not itself was annoying. At least I'm not the only one who thought that, so that's good. Yeah, it's like you can kill enemies or you can knock them out, but if you kill them, they're always going to be found. It doesn't matter how well you hide them, they're going to find you. It had neat ideas that just failed in execution. I haven't played Dishonored 2, so I don't know if they fixed those problems or not. What? So apparently it can clip a wall and destroy as well. God, this is so janky. This screams pure quality and playtesting, I swear. Heard it isn't as good as the first. Well, that's the problem. If, like, I didn't really like the first, and the second game's not as good as the first, that makes me really question how well it really is. I mean, most game series don't really fix up between games. Look at Spyro, Devil May Cry Beta. Devil May Cry has DMC 2, which is funny when you watch like the preview. Like Devil May Cry 5 has a recap of all the DMC games up to that point, except for like the alternate world one, which actually wasn't that bad of a game. The one by Ninja Theory, but it's like Devil May Cry. Here's all the events that happened. Devil May Cry 2 was a thing. Devil May Cry 3, here's what happened here. It's like they literally skip over in like the intro movie telling you about all the different games. They're like, yeah, something happened, Devil May Cry 2, moving on. It was like one sentence. It was hilarious. My brother was all about the original Thief back on PC back in like 98, I think it was. And I don't think I've ever played a Thief since then. That had the light and darkness mechanic. It wouldn't let me move. What the hell? That basically Splinter Cell would go on to basically copy at that point. You know, like about being in the darkness and the shadows and... No. Not even close. He has not played... I don't think he's played a Thief game since the original PC one that I'm talking about, like 1998 or something like that. It came out, 99. But yeah, Splinter Cell pretty much stole Thief's lighting mechanic for stealth, which is not a bad thing to steal. It's not stealing, it's borrowing mechanics. Nope, still not even close. Okay, so that loops me back over here. Okay, interesting. See how it's all interconnected now? Nope. Why won't it let me switch the tracks? It's like it wouldn't line up the shot to move the tracks over. We didn't really program a way to beat this. We didn't think anyone would actually stick with it this long. Yes. People think like actually my name is like a play off the word worst. It's actually not. It's actually it's a character from a sci-fi book series written by E.E. Doc Smith in like 1920s that basically George Lucas ripped off wholesale in order to make Star Wars. His character's name was Wursel. And that's where that name comes from. And you can't jump over dynamite. Got it! Yeah, it's more like your broken game mechanics you have, inconsistent rules, and just dying for no reason. Yeah, George Lucas stole a lot to make Star Wars. He's like, this is a great idea I had. I like the serials from like Flash Gordon and stuff. It's like you also ripped off a book series called Lensman, which is like, when you read it, it's like, wow, this is like literally Star Wars. What the hell? They didn't have the Force. You had something called the lens, which is a physical, like, round, look like a glass object embedded in your left hand, which allowed you telepathic communication amongst other people, other lensmen, which is a very, like, think like special forces type deal. So they could talk telepathically like that. Gave them heightened awareness so they could see like a brief second into the future and react with superhuman speeds and like agility, which is like the Force, like they could see things like right before they happen and react to it. Yeah, gave them all sorts of kind of neat things like that, and they were fighting against the Boscones, which were like the evil empire who were taking over things, and they had a big giant Death Starship that was going around blowing up planets. Sounds a little familiar. So yeah, it's... Oh, his, Kimball Kinnison, his sidekick was a big giant buffalo, hairy buffalo type humanoid called Van Buskirk. And he was basically like a Wookiee. He was known for headbutting people, which, you know, Chewie kind of did at first, but not a whole lot. It was like his thing there. And yelling a lot and like rage and ripping off people's arms. It's like, wow, this isn't Star Wars whatsoever. Copyright 1925, or actually I think Lensman was written in 30, but yeah, it was written well before George Lucas read it and went, wow, I should rip this shit off in order to make a book, like make a series, make a movie. Make a movie off it and have it be saved in editing because I'm incompetent as a film director. Yeah, Star Wars, if you've never seen it, I mean, not like the movie, but there's this YouTube video, like how Star Wars was saved in the edit, and it is like astounding. Because I know like George Lucas was like known for like basically not having any extra stuff. He'd forget to say action or cut, things of that nature. But like when he say cut, like he'd like do it the last second, like. For example, Obi-Wan in the cantina in the first movie, the original Star Wars, like he cuts off like the guy who shoved Luke, like attacks him, he cuts off the guy's arm, and he goes back to him, he turns off his lightsaber. George Lucas cut exactly right there. He didn't like have any like pause there to give the editors any room to buffer. Like they had to get every single frame into that movie that they could. The part with the Tusken Raider knocks down Luke and he's like yelling with the staff above his head. They actually, if you pay attention to that, they actually had to reverse it back and forth like 2 times in order to get enough footage going for it because it was just too short. You know, it was things like that. It's an abomination. Let me find this video real quick. And also, like, the original stuff, like the scenes where Luke was talking to his friends about wanting to join the rebellion and hang out at Boshi Station and talking about seeing... There was one part, there were, like, he was a C-3PO trying to find R2-D2, and, like, it's like, oh, there's a problem with the back mechanic servo. It's like, oh, can you try to reach that? And it's like, this scene has no purpose being in the film. He put it all in there, and his editor's like, this sucks, we gotta get rid of it. Star Wars saved in editing. Let me find this video real quick. It's like 18 minutes. But it is quite impressive. Definitely give us a watch. It's like there's also another Death Star. Like it was really interesting. Like the whole thing about the Death Star coming to blow up the planet where the rebels are on. That was added in post editing because originally they just basically went it. They're flying out to the Death Star just to blow it up. It wasn't even anywhere near the rebel base. They added in all that stuff. If you pay attention to it, post ADR, like additional dialogue recording. You always hear, like, they're approaching the planet, you know, but they're within firing range. None of that was there. They added that in to add tension to the film. There were supposed to be 3 Death Star trench runs, but it took, like, the sequence was taking, like, 30 minutes to get past. They're like, we need to end the film. Cut it. Just get it done. George Lucas is a freaking hack. He got lucky on accident. I don't know how to do this. Alright, exit level. Try a different level. Enough of the trolley. Alright, so what else? What other levels do we have? Skills Badlands, okay. The game loading or crashing. I'm not sure which one it is. Okay, there we go. Why does a cat have wings and no arms? Third-degree burns are hilarious. Well, it's a cat. I can't see I'm too surprised really seeing that.
Hey, Dragon.
Hey, it's Chuck Rock.
You're pretty tough. I bet my cousin Glug, you wouldn't be able to make it through the Badlands without getting singed.
Okay, they explode when they die. Got it. What's new, pussycat? Oh, so it's basically like the fireworks in this one. I think that was only exclusive to the Middle Eastern level we came in. Good to know it wasn't just left for that. Like, really? At least it wasn't strapped to somebody there. One of the purple grimaces. I see. Okay, go back up here. I'm collecting things, I have no idea why I'm collecting them. Yeah, it seems about right. Okay, so you can't blow up those, looks like. Missed. Just double confirm. That video is basically, because I was talking about like Star Wars, how George Lucas was a freaking hack. It basically shows how Star Wars was saved in editing by his wife and like 2 other editors who won the Academy Award for editing. Just one of the reasons why I'm thinking, like, why he keeps going back and screwing with it, at least until he sold it to Disney. But it's like, there was all sorts of insane crap that was just in that film. Like, the Death Star was supposed to have 3 trench runs. It was going to be like 35 minutes to watch. Like, you see, like, the first try for there doesn't work. Luke does his run, fails it, goes back, does another run, fails it, goes back the 3rd time, finally gets it right because he stops trusting the computer. Editor's like, why do we have Luke doing 3 trench runs? You just need to have to do the 1? You skip to the end part here? You know, it's all sorts of things like that. It was just really bizarre. I said, another thing too was Lucas had a bad habit of not shooting enough film needed for whatever scene he was doing, and he'd always cut right at the last second. Like, a lot of times what a director will do is at the end of the scene, the actors will stop or pause or mill about to basically give the editor time to do extra cuts, or the director time to basically get some extra, you know, wiggle room to do things there. George Lucas, as soon as he said cut, he was turning off the camera. So, point of example, like the cantina scene where Luke gets attacked and Obi-Wan takes out his lightsaber, cuts off the guy's arm. You see him survey the room for a second, like no one else is coming at him. He turns off his lightsaber. The scene ends right there because Lucas yelled cut and cut the film right at that point. There was like no extra frames of wiggle room. So they had to try to get inventive for things to work. The other thing I mentioned too was like the Tusken Raider who attacks Luke. He's got Luke down the ground, and he's like, you see him like raises like his weapon above his head. He's yelling at him. If you pay attention to it, you'll see that scene is forward, like a normal sequence, reversed, and then forwarded again because Lucas didn't shoot enough. So he's actually like going backwards and forward, looping the video, trying to get some drama and action out of it, because George Lucas only shot like a quarter of a second of him just raising his arm once. That was it. Like, that's not threatening. So lots of stuff. That video goes over like how a lot of stuff had to be cut out from the film and rearranged in order to make the movie make sense, because also the original order of the film was completely backwards too. There was like no tension to it, which is why the original movies were so much better, because George Lucas was not in control of everything. He wasn't the editor, especially second movie, he wasn't the director. Kirshner was, and then the third movie was admitted like, yeah, we just wanted to make money off of selling crappy toys to kids. Hence the Ewoks.
I'm so sad. Those pesky lava toads have stolen all my friends' bones. If you help me put them back together again...
Yeah, then George sold off Star Wars, because he's like, well, I'm tired of everyone bitching at me because I keep destroying things. It's like, yes, stop editing your films. So I'm pretty sure if he hadn't sold out to Disney, we'd have another version of Star Wars out. He's like, I just replaced, because like technology at the time wasn't how I wanted it to be. I always envisioned Luke Skywalker being a cat, like named Whiskers, and he was going to possibly use the Force. And I just want to prove everybody I've gone batshit insane. Oh, evil Agent Carmen, I love you. But I do not love Ewoks. And especially if you've seen one of the later versions where George was screwing around with the films again, he made the Ewoks blink. He gave them human eyes, and then he made them blink. It is the creepiest shit ever. It is just, it's disturbing. Yeah, so I'm glad he sold it off to Disney, who are now running the series into the ground.
You made it through the Badlands. I knew I'd win that bet. My cousin Gronk is a fool to bet against a dragon. Take this talisman for helping me out.
So Carmen's been playing classic video games while I've been playing this game, just slogging through it and like going, To be honest, you've never liked Star Wars. Well, what can I say? But you're dead to me. You're dead. I'm kicking you off my stream. Removing your speedruns. You're done. No. I'm messing with you. It's not your favorite. My favorite movie in the original trilogies is Empire Strikes Back. I love that movie to death. It's dark, the heroes lose, it's got great elements to it. George Lucas didn't direct it. It was great. Loved it. But gosh, what was it? One of my last girlfriends had never seen Star Wars before. And it's partially because she grew up like Little House in the Prairie style, like she was a hippie, and she grew up without electricity and indoor plumbing, so she just had never seen Star Wars. I was like, we are fixing this right now. And people were like, well, should we like when I told her, like, I'm gonna make her watch the Star Wars films, they're like, are you gonna make her watch the prequels? I'm like, no, I don't want her to hate me. It's like, we're watching the original trilogy. I downloaded at the time the despecialized editions came out, where fans had basically re-edited out all the crap that George Lucas had done to improve the movie. They basically made it like the original version, like the 80s that I had watched as a kid. So we sat down and watched those. She loved them. Spaceballs. Oh my god, I haven't seen Spaceballs forever. Evil Agent Carmen. We got movies that she and I need to watch. We need to sit down and watch some movies together. We gotta see Spaceballs. Maybe we can do that tomorrow, I don't know. Electricity didn't... Well, it did, but we had to club dinosaurs to death and then basically dig them into the ground so that would become coal. It was a lot faster process back then. So we'd use those to actually run our computers and the very first electricity. It was all very complicated and very quick time thing. The 80s were a weird decade. Yeah, there's never time. I know. Time is short, unfortunately, for us, which makes it sound like we're dying or something horrible. We're not. It's just, relationship is complicated at points, being able to see each other as much as we'd like to. Lauren hadn't seen Halloween or Friday the 13th. You can get by without those, to be honest. I know it's sacrilege to the man who owns all the Halloween movies. Yeah, you made her sit through Cannibal Holocaust and she's still your girlfriend. That's how you know it's to be. That's how you know you've got a lasting relationship, my friend. Anyway, this is the place I've been to and bailed on. Never mind. Get out of here. 13 years. There you go.
Well done, Spyro. The power from your orbs has activated the whirlwind.
Whatever that means. Okay. We... Metro Speedway! I don't know. I've known Carmen for 10 years now, almost. When's she gonna be my queen? And I know the answer to that question. Haha! Making things uncomfortable. Yeah. I'm just bad at this game in general. It's not that great of a game, to be honest. So one of the things I discovered is that this game was actually crapped out in about 14 months after the first game. So this is like a literal rush job to like, oh, we made a popular game, we should make another one. So I'm killing bungee jumpers. This seems highly unethical, but funny. Hey, it's Nimix! Everybody's showing up. Thank you. Take that, Safety Walrus. Yeah, all hail Nimix, yes. Oh, my goodness. Well, if you want to know the answer to an insane question, always ask.
Legend has it that there is a portal to Zephyr here. And legend also has it that I know how to activate
Yeah.
it.
Huckle's like, I couldn't deal with Ryan for 13 years.
The legend mentions
Oh, you should see him outside his stream. He's even more extreme.
a small fee.
Alright. Time to ask Ursula a question. Question. I have lost my purpose in life. Cut something off my body that I now need help. Alright. So, you cut something off your body that you need. I feel for you. I mean, it's a very hard process to go through, and you've lost something that was very special, and you've probably had for a very long time. But, you know, it's probably for the best that you cut loose. You don't have to deal with it anymore. It's liberating. But, I mean, but really, we were going to have to do an intervention for you anyway, because growing out your nose hair long enough to basically, you know, touch your shoes was kind of gross. I mean, it wasn't really the best thing to have, and I'm glad you cut that off your body and out of your life. I mean, it's going to regrow anyway, but I mean, like I said, we were going to have an intervention. It just wasn't working for us, really, so, you know, I'm not sure exactly what the purpose was that you're trying to do. There's something about, you know, donating to, like, make teddy bears or something. I wasn't paying attention a whole lot, but I mean, you can find other purposes in life. I mean, you grow hair other places. Yeah, you could have braided it there. You could have used it as a web. It could have been like, was it Abobobo was one of those shows that had that there. You know, that's the thing. It's like, you know, we get older, we start losing hair in places, we start growing other places. You could grow out your butt hair or your back hair, I mean, and do something that way, you know. Get it nice and cushy enough, you can always have like a padded seat wherever you go, and take off your shirt and scare children and confuse small babies. I mean, I do that with myself, so there's lots of options. You can find yourself a new purpose in life for being a freak. It's all good.
Thanks for the gems, Spyro. With all this cash, I can open a lizard burger shop in Skelos Badlands.
I don't know what you're talking about, Evil Agent Carmen. I give the best advice on this stream. Nothing but pure freaking gold. I am fucking magical. Bad advice. Come on. I don't know, I think I've given you some good advice. I'm not listening to the advice of others, and we're dating, so...
Okay, Spyro. Looks like we got us a bit of a situation here. The breeze builders have got us pinned down, and we've been waiting for a volunteer to blow up their munitions building. Looks like you're it.
Yes. You're violently incomprehensible. Yes. Okay, so Chicken Little shooting rockets. Carmen's gonna have to let me know if she has like breeds of chicken that do this on her farm. E-I-E-I-O. Wow, that is like a weird hitbox for those missiles too. You were playing this level the other day. Oh, goody. So you know what's in store for me. I'm seeing this for the first time. So they're trying to dive bomb me and I'm killing endangered condors or something. Either way, I'm sure the state of California is upset at me. More than usual. Yeah, this level's just insane. I'm not a fan of it so far.
ain't working for me. Do you think you can blast that bird,
See.
soldier? Jump up here and give it a try.
I pissed off the state of California, to be fair. True, true. I've lived there before. California is a beautiful place. Great weather constantly. The people are just batshit insane. That's what ruins it entirely. It gets worse. Oh, goody. I have so much more to look forward to on this level. I don't know, my life got better for the last couple months. Through tragedy and everything else, I've actually found some things to be happy with. You know, I've lost a family member, lost my mom, but I've gained a girlfriend and happiness. That's pretty big. I finally got a Twitch payout, which is awesome. The guy I used to work with was from California, called you a redneck kick. So, like, does he have his teeth still? Or the next time I see you, are you gonna have to be wearing like a tooth necklace? Like, I just crapping out barrels of explosions? Yeah, it's this game. I'm not surprised by it too much anymore. Yeah. Yeah, except we're not doing alchemy here, and I'm not, like, you know, not trying to bring her back. We're not we're not making a chimera human hybrid dog, which will traumatize people for years. Edward? You didn't have the balls to say it to your face. Yeah, because you would have taken his balls. I know you. So my question is, like, how did you find out then? Akashi had an arm and a leg and a full brother and a suit of armor. Inside anime joke. Oh, she's invincible. Bummer. No, that'd just be really creepy then. We'd have some serious issues we'd have to discuss then. We're not turning this into an Oedipal relationship, thank you very much. Yeah, it's like, I want a girl just like my mom. It's like, ew, no, please no, that's wrong. I mean, sure, you may be from the South, that may be acceptable, but no, thank you. Boss told me when she fired me when exit interview. Yeah, well, yeah, that's hilarious. I knew that already, but... Oh, so your boss told you that when she fired you because the guy who basically tried to throw Carmen or eat the bus and did went to an exit interview with a PowerPoint presentation screwing over everybody else who was still at the job. No, you're not anything like my mom at all. My mom had brain damage before the tumor. No, my mom was like, she used to be like wild and party girl and everything else there, and then she gets like brain damage from being pulled off the roof by a dog when she was in the military. Ends up in a coma for 3 weeks. And then came to and was a different personality, was like June Cleaver, made cookies, and it's nice to everybody. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, never dated a woman. Like, yeah, it's just creepy. It's like there's... Yeah, people are like, oh, I want a mother like that, or like, you remind me of my father. I'm like, oh, that's creepy. Like, if a woman calls you daddy in bed, oh, no, that's wrong. Just Oh, full stop. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. Your name is Crystal, and I met you in in a strip bar. But please, please, I'm sorry your dad touched you. But yeah, let's keep that out of your vernacular. For the record, that's never happened to me. But I'm just saying, if it did, I'd have a problem with it. Like, oh, no, thank you.
My name is Little Bo Peep, and I've lost my cowlicks. With these battles going on all of the time, they keep running away. Can you help me get them back into
Go
my
around the
pen?
back, there's a ramp. So is it like over here, or back in through here in this tunnel? I'm making sure I'm not gonna get dive bombed. So is that in this direction, or I don't know how much of a delay you're on, Carmen, or where I'm supposed to be at, really. Ooh, wait, I can climb this. Yeah. Be nice if I could see that person who keeps trying to dive bomb me and, take him out, but... Okay. Whee! I don't know what these things are doing. Up top where you're trying to jump onto that tall spot. I don't know. This thing, unfortunately, I don't know how much of a delay you have, so... That's fine, I'll figure it out. It's no biggie. If you play a Nickelback song, it's pretty bad. But if you play it backwards, it's still just as bad. Over there, okay? That's legit the end of the level. Okay, that didn't work when I was thinking it was gonna work. Yeah. What does our level need more? We need more like music where you just have like cats, just random cat meowing. There's a ramp to your left where you first jump across. I'm not seeing it, but... Motherfucker. Get you. glide arc. Oh great, no invincibility. No iframes. Okay, cool, found it. Yeah, it was like a side passage. I was looking for like a ramp which would actually like take me vertically higher. So I was like, okay. Yay, finally figured it out. Needed the health point there. Okay.
Wow, what an explosion! It sure is a good thing I had my helmet on. Oh yeah, the Colonel wanted me to give this talisman to you if you got through the Breeze Builder defenses. Good job, soldier.
Yay! We're finally done with this level. For now. Yeah, not enough microtransactions, or if there was, needs season pass, needs to be charging more for it. I think EA at one point also wanted to like basically charge people like $10 if they bought a used game, because it'd be like each game would have a registration code for it. So you'd have to basically, like, if you went to GameStop or something like that and bought a game, put it in your system, it wouldn't work until you paid EA $10 for a new key to basically play that on your system. So you had to pay GameStop for the game, and then you had to pay EA more money because they don't get that extra money income. They were met with severe backlash against it, of course. Who knew? I mean, that's just crazy. Who thought that, like, people would be against that for some crazy reason? Much like with Xbox, Microsoft back in 2013. They're like, yeah, you can't play used games on it, on the system. You know, it's DRM locked. You have to be constantly connected to the internet at least once every 24 hours or else you're locked out of the system. You know, it's like, can't buy or rent, sell games, nothing like that. We don't understand why people are suddenly mad at us. It's crazy. You want to play your friend's game? Can't do it. You gotta buy it again. Then Sony comes out later that day, you know, because they had their presentation later, like, hey, you know, here's our system. It's $100 cheaper. You can borrow games from your friends and play them. You can play used games. You know, it's like there's no DRM. You're not constantly online all the time. And that's why PlayStation 4 pretty much kicked butt this generation. It's like, duh. Well, that's why Don Matrick got fired. I mean, he was the head at the time before Phil came along, replaced him. Yeah, they're like, okay, you've seriously screwed our company. You're out of here. You're fired.
Help us rescue him. It is urgent. He has our tickets to tonight's hockey game in Colossus Valley.
That, and also Microsoft just didn't have any games I really wanted to play, to be honest. And everything that they did have, you can play them on PC. That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I'm up in Canada, eh? Sorry about that. So I love watching a show. You can always tell, like, when these like cheaper television shows and like movies were filmed in Canada, because I always can hear that a boot. It's like, yeah, we know what you're talking about. Yeah, talking a boot there. It's like, aha!
climb this wall up ahead.
Yeah, he's not an ice climber, he's an ice builder. There's a similar but legally distinct property here. You gotta make sure you don't get sued by Nintendo for infringing on their rights, on their IPs. It's not bad, it's different. It's just like, it's very similar to the United States, but it's just a little differences that throw it off, make it not quite right. It's like Utah. Well, Utah is like going to a foreign country where they accept your money. It's really weird. Biggest one, of course, is there's no competition for gas stations. It's all government set. So it doesn't matter what gas station you go to, you're never going to find a cheaper price for gas. Whereas here in the States, like, you can drive down the road and find a gas station that's cheaper. Doesn't exist like that in Canada.
Hello there, Spyro.
Yeah, milk in a bag, that's a fun one. Loonies and toonies, you have $1 and $2 coins. $1 coin is called a loonie. $2 coin is called a toonie.
Thank you, Spyro. Now I can buy that condo in Hurricos I've been wanting for so long. Go ahead across the bridge.
Supposedly, speaking of change like that, they're like, oh, there's a nationwide change shortage. We don't have enough change to go around, so you're forced to use your credit and debit cards. We don't know. It's got to be a change shortage. Definitely not because we're trying to move towards a cashless society and people don't want to deal with quote-unquote dirty money during a pandemic. Nope, there's a shortage of change all of a sudden. Which I find funny. They're like, well, bars and stuff like that have not been operating in full, and that's why, and you know, people, it's like a lot of places like that don't use bars, are all credit card, debit card. Nobody pays anything for cash anymore anyway. It's just a lame excuse, really, to be honest. There's no conspiracy theories. Like, that's just pretty much just what it is. Yeah. Canada's a pretty nice place. Have not had any problems in Canada whatsoever, except for the one time I got detained by their border patrol for 3 hours with my then girlfriend as we're traveling through. But other than that, country's been pretty nice. Unless you go to Canada, unless you go to Quebec and you try to speak French, and then they are like the rudest people. They are ruder than French. It's amazing. I don't know how they do it. You're the only person hoarding your change, and therefore, my dear, you are a god. You are a queen amongst the people looking for change. You and your dirty money.
Thanks, Spyro. Just hold tight for a second.
So yeah, so like, you have to, like, you know, a lot of places aren't even accepting change anymore. They're like, you have to use credit and debit. But they're saying it's because of the change shortage. It's really not. It's just basically they're just trying to make the final push to make it towards cashless, which I don't mind anyway, to be honest. Change is kind of a pain in the butt. Never been a fan of it. Now I'll be the first to admit that when debit cards were first announced, I thought it was the dumbest thing ever. I was like, debit cards will never catch on. Like, who wants to take your money right out of right out of your bank immediately? This is stupid. It's like, why not use credit cards and stuff? Pay it later. It's like, well, you have the interest that way, and debit cards you don't. You know, it's like, and I originally thought like debit cards will never catch on, and lo and behold, it's like they're everywhere. It's how you function.
Here, take this crystal. I traded some hockey tickets for it.
I got the MacGuffin. Exactly. And they all died. They all had compressed spinal and cord injuries, internal hemorrhaging. They did not survive the night. Hey, it keeps people like me employed eventually. But I can get a job in IT. As much as I hate this place, I gotta figure out how to get past that stupid tracks. It's annoying. Stupid minecart. I said, I am certain that this entire level... Pardon me, hold on. Oh jeez, all of a sudden my throat dried out. I am certain that this level is just nothing but a, you know, borderline patent infringing level. Copyright infringement land. You have Goombas trapped in buckets. You got the guy shooting like stuff out of like a flood on his backpack like Mario Sunshine. Looks like a big giant chicken McNugget anyway, which is another character from McDonald's.
If you could stoke up the fires under the boilers, I'm sure you could make your way to the ship.
Yeah, he seriously looks like McNugget. There we go. Look through a dozen links, got it here. Alright, so Carmen, there we go. That game, Evil. I really hate. This is why I love you even more, is because we're on the same page for a lot of our tastes. I hated Mario Sunshine. It is not a fun game. This is a game that I like revisit every so often. Like every couple years I revisit it, trying to think like maybe I'll like the game this time. No, I hate it every single time. It's just, you take all the forward moving mechanics of Mario 64 and just throw them out the window and just abandon them. It's just terrible. Oh, for anyone questioning, I love Evil Agent Carmen. There. Just in case you're questioning it there, everybody should know. I love her. It's all cool. Yeah, so I swear, this guy right here at the fire hose, I swear, he reminds me of this. Does he not look like that? I love Evil Agent Carmen. Carmen San Luis Obispo. Not affiliated with that San Diego lady who's trademarked. And I do not care who knows it or not. But tell me, this guy with the fire hose, he looks at that McNugget Happy Meal toy, right? It just can't be me. He's kind of similar. Game? There we go. Well, maybe the videotape will come sooner or later. Of course, I'm not really sure you want to see my flabby naked butt, but I'm not judging.
These metal spike mines all over the harbor. If you can clear them out, I'll give you this orb I found in a clam yesterday.
Okay, I guess I took out these ones already. Yeah. I don't know, the girl hasn't gone blind seeing me naked yet, but to each their own. She's got more willpower than I do. Yeah, I don't think you want to see that. It's not the best, Taka. Carmen, though, she's cute as hell. Alright. Goomba in a bucket, dead. Yay!
Thanks, Spyro. Here's that orb I promised.
Oh, you are one handsome beast. But I don't know if you really want to see my flabby butt. She knows the truth. I'm being exposed. Yes, Carmen has heard long about many pillow talk nights, but oh, Nimix, when will you ever look at me the way I hope to look at him? And she's like, no, this is why I'm gonna leave you. Oh, boiler. I've seen Nimix's face. I know what he looks like. If you've seen my Twitter, you know what I look like. But Carmen, she shall remain a mystery.
How lucky for me that you came.
Oh boy, here we go again, the trolley guy. Shoot me. Don't know why that makes it explode. It does. And we've already found invisible sections in this game already.
Press the jump button to jump. Press the attack button to fight. trolley, eh? Well, use the left stick to
Well,
change
legally,
lanes.
you're allowed to do
Press
that, to be
the jump
honest.
button to jump. Press the attack button to fire
You
the
are allowed to go through people's garbage, and pretty much, I think it's every single state just about. There might be one or two that have any weird laws against it, but that's how private eyes get their information on people they're looking for. Because once you've thrown an item in the trash, or put in a trash container, you're basically legally saying that you no longer want to own that item, so anybody can go through it. Yeah, you thought it was the raccoons or the dogs. It was me. I secretly make the thousands of miles trip every single couple of days just to do that. You need to clean your you need to clean your plate better, mister. You throw away a lot of food. There are kids starving in Japan who could be eating that. Also, true fact, it's how Rachel Ray gets all her food for her shows. Just discarded, like, she goes dumpster diving right through all the trash bins and stuff. Oh, speaking of which, if you haven't seen it, there's a video of, basically, Rachel Ray's influence has spread to other countries. The BBC has their own version of Rachel Ray, and she made egg fried rice. And, it's pretty appalling. It won't let you move, oh my god. Dude, they no longer offer the Ryzen? Really? Maybe they're out of them, I don't know, it's a pretty popular chip. Yeah, so there's a video on, like, her basically making egg fried rice. And, it's like Rachel Ray quality of, like, how did you screw this up? And I'm going to get a copyright strike, and I'm going to show you all what I'm talking about. Complete with pausing and me ranting about it here. So hold on a second here. Let me pause the game. Here we go. Alright, so this is the BBC. Purchased easiest ever egg fried rice. Much like how I went through and critiqued Rachel Ray and her abomination sandwich. I'm going to do that right now with this. I know you're looking at a black screen. Here we go. Okay, so it looks like this should be fine. So I'm going to go through and point out all the ways that you screw this up, okay?
Egg fried rice. Don't be afraid. This is really simple. It's
Listen, first off, who's afraid of fried rice? Does like anyone here in chat like live in fear of fried rice? Like, oh my god, fried rice is the most technically complex dish ever. No.
cheap, it's delicious, really satisfying, and it's like a takeaway, but you haven't paid £8 for it.
If you're paying £8, which is like $8, exchange rate probably around closer to $10 to $12 if you're living in the United States. That better be like the best damn fried rice you've ever had. That better make you like drunk and like orgasm at the same time. If you're paying that much money for egg fried rice, which is just eggs and like nothing else special into it.
So a lot of people get afraid of cooking with rice, but you can follow a...
Also, she's just using a teacup for rice. You're not going to get an exact measurement that way. I mean, you still want to measure out your rice like 1 cup, 2 cups, so you know how much volume you're making. But she's just pouring crap into a teacup. Like, it doesn't even matter at that point. You could just be dumping it right into the saucepan or the pan you're using. It doesn't matter.
A really simple rule, which is for every 1 part rice you have, you need 2 parts water.
And you can do that. You can actually get away with 1 part rice, 2 parts water. That's fine. Usually what you can also do another way is whatever rice you have in your pot, your pan that you're making it in, is if you put your finger lightly on top of the rice and you fill up the water up to your first knuckle, like your first digit there, like, you know, the joint you have on your pointer finger, that's usually just about the same amount. I mean, if you do equal cups, your equal portions are about right, but she didn't fill up that cup all the way with rice. We don't know if she's filling up the cup all again with water. She could have too much.
Honestly does work every single time. This is going to cook enough rice for around...
And that is way too much water for that amount of rice. This is overkill, and I'm not even sure what's clumping. 2, she didn't clean her rice. Rice is disgusting naturally as it is. It has got full starches there. It's got dirt and other crap from being processed and milled around, literally being on the floor a lot of times, and dirt. She didn't clean it. She's just throwing it in the pot. Clean your rice. Put it in a strainer if you need to. Run your hands through it underneath water. You can put it in a pot and just have water circulating through it. Use your hands to basically clean it up. Make sure that you're getting all these things cleaned up. Clean your damn rice until the water runs clean, like, or just about clear, then you're fine.
Around 2 people. So now the rice is on, it's time to crack on with the eggs. I've got a frying pan here. Get that onto a medium heat, and then just add a little bit of oil. So let that heat up. So 1. I'm going to try and do this one-handed.
Wow, that's not hard to do. It takes some practice.
Mix the eggs up.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong here.
So lower the heat.
Lower the heat. Okay.
To a simmer.
What?
Lid halfway. Once it's on a...
All right. When your rice is boiling, you do want to lower it down to a simmer, and you want to cook it for 18 to 20 minutes, okay? You do not ever open the lid of your rice to check on it. You don't crack it open. You need all that moisture in there and all that heat to help cook it all the way through, or you're going to have a mushy outside and a hard, crunchy inside, and that's not good rice. So Rachel Ray, British version here, has just fucked her rice just by doing this already.
Simmer, you want to cook it for around 10 minutes.
10 minutes is not long enough to cook rice, ever, at all. Like I said, you need to cook it for about 18 to 20 minutes on average. Sometimes a little bit longer, and once you're done cooking it there, you let it sit. You turn off the heat. Let it sit for about another 5 to 7 minutes, because it's still got to carry over cook that way. She's just like, oh, yeah, cook it for 10 minutes with the lid off, like cranked up. So she's going to have raw, crunchy, uncooked rice.
Your eggs in. Oh, yeah, nice. And then you just want to gently scramble them.
She's put no seasoning in here, no salt.
You don't want the eggs to cook too much.
Soy sauce,
slightly set. They'll
sesame
cook
oil.
more once you put them back in with the rice.
MSG.
And then you just want to put that.
These are just plain boring eggs.
Plate, leave it to one side.
I mean, yeah, you want to pre-cook your eggs first ahead of that time. That's fine. What I do is actually make a well for it in my wok. I pour the eggs in that way while the rest of it's all frying in there, and then I can scramble it real fast and incorporate it all through, and then you're done. You can do it this way too.
Okay, rice. We are looking good.
That's not looking good. That is too much water. Rice cooked should not have any water in there.
Drain it. The rice has quite a lot of starch in it.
Oh my god, this is what broke my brain. This was like, oh my god, this is killing me inside. As a person who learned to cook Szechuan Chinese food, this is literally hurting my soul. You don't need to drain rice. And now she decided that the rice has too much starch, so she's rinsing it in water.
Which will make it a bit gloopy when you're stir-frying it. So rinse it, and that will just keep the rice nice and light and fluffy. Right, time to chop.
So she's taken her raw, half-cooked ass rice, strained it. She didn't wash it. She's cooked it for 10 minutes, strained it, then she rinsed it, which added water back into it. What's the point? By the way, I've missed the most important thing to tell you about fried rice. You don't ever use fresh cooked rice because it's just going to go mushy on you. You use like day-old rice. Cold rice. If you make it the same day, you better be making this rice 4 hours ahead of time. Let it cool in the fridge. It's got to be cold or it's just going to turn the mush. You're going to have porridge. You're going to have congee at this point. Egg fried congee.
Chop the veg.
Oh, God, no. Oh. Okay, so if you want to add onions, peppers, that's on you. What's really pissing me off here is that she's dragging her knife edge along the cutting board, which is going to dull your knife super fast.
So it might seem like a bit of a faff.
Yeah, like this. If you're going to scoop things off your cutting board, use the back end of your knife up here. Flip your knife around, scoop it back here, that's fine. This is just gonna dull the shit out of your blade.
Doing all this chopping first, but because you're cooking fast, you're stir frying, you want to have everything good to go when you start cooking, so everything will cook really quickly and really crisply.
You don't need to defrost peas in hot water, by the way. You can just throw the frozen peas in there, that's fine. If you want to add peas or carrots, you don't need to defrost them.
Time to cook. We are going to stir fry now, which basically means cooking on a high heat to retain the freshness of the food. In go the peppers and onions. Ooh. So you want
That's
to cook
fine.
these for about 2 minutes. With
Yeah.
stir frying, you want to keep it moving all the time. You've got a really high heat here, so you don't want it to burn. So just keep kind of gently moving everything about. Okay, that's looking pretty good to me now. And then just add your garlic and ginger. Move it all around.
She's not added any salt to this, which you really want to do, help drive out moisture from the peppers and the onions, help them cook, add flavor. You actually need to add salt to fried rice, by the way.
Around again for another minute. Oh, that's smelling really good. So now what you want to do is lower the heat to a medium, and then you want to put all the other ingredients in. Rice, the egg,
Uncooked rice.
the spring
The egg's gonna get
onions,
overcooked by adding it in right now.
and
Onions are gonna get overcooked, the
peas.
spring onions. Peas are fine.
And then you just want to stir it all together and cook it through for about 3 to 5 minutes. Oh wow, that looks so good.
Ideally, you would just have not even the peppers in the pan. You just throw in the rice at that point and just a little bit of oil, and you want to cook it in there in the high heat. And you'll actually see if it's like not fresh rice, if it's like cold rice, like it's supposed to be day-old rice or so, you'll actually see it start jumping in the pan, and you'll start to see it kind of crisp a little bit. That's what kind of gives it its color as well. You can actually match in egg yolks into the rice, make it golden fried rice, which causes that yellow color that you might see in some places. That's actually egg yolk cooked into the rice. But yeah, so basically, if you cook this all the way through to how it's supposed to be, by the time that the rice gets warmed up and fried, everything else is going to be mush. Your eggs are going to be dried out. Your peppers are going to be completely blown out. Same things for your onions. Are going to be overcooked, translucent. You're not going to have any texture to this. Your green onion is going to be wilted completely out. You've lost their flavor.
And then your soy sauce. I just add a bit to begin with, and then once you're plated up,
That's not
then
even a
give people the
tablespoon.
option to add more, because you don't want to.
You need to add salt. You need to have sugar in there. You need to have oyster sauce. You need to have soy sauce. You can add in a little chili oil if you want to make it a little spicy at this point here. You need fucking flavors. You need spices. She's just taken a little bit of soy sauce and dribbled around, maybe a teaspoon at that, at best, and that's it.
I'm gonna over soy sauce the dish, and that's done. Time to plate up.
Oh, here's the ultimate
Colours are
insult.
Still vibrant.
Metal spoon, Teflon pan. She is scraping the crap out of this Teflon pan. She is going to ruin it.
Yum-ington. I'm gonna eat some now. Alright, let's have a go.
You know, they cut the part here like her just crunching just into her microphone. Just
That's absolutely delicious. You can taste the ginger, the garlic, veg is still fresh.
Well, yeah, because you put in a crap ton of ginger and garlic. That's all you're going to taste.
I'm very proud of myself.
You should be ashamed. You're a fucking abomination, Rachel Ray. Take that. So, yeah. Good God, that hurt my soul. I saw it the other day. I was like, this is an abomination. Carmen, I will cook for you any time of the day. I will come over right now and cook for you, my love. I will come over there right now and do that for you. Without question, without fail. Say the word, I will be there. So yes, that's how you not cook egg fried rice. That was just, like I said, Rachel Ray's influence has just spread to ungodly amounts. I don't know why. It's just, I saw it the other day and that hurt my soul. There was someone called the Rice Queen Carmen showed me, and it's like, yeah, it's pretty good. But this guy is doing a bit called Uncle... Come on.
What's she doing?
Stop it. Uncle Roger. This one cracked me up, because, I mean, this is like almost all the things I was yelling the first time I saw. This guy, like, he did the exact same thing. He's like, where's the MSG? Because you need MSG in fried rice. It gives you flavor. MSG is in a lot of stuff you eat already. It doesn't give you headaches. That's just you being psychosomatic. You know, soy sauce, oyster sauce, sugar, salt. He's like, where is all this stuff? So if you haven't seen it, check that one. Yeah, if you haven't, if you are seen it already, yeah, that's good. Like I said, like first time I saw the video, like I was freaking out right now. This guy hit everything I was talking about. It's like damn straight. We're on the same level. Pardon me. All right, where am I at in the game? Probably about to stop here anyway. It's getting kind of late for me to be streaming. Oh yeah, I'm back on this guy. Screw it. Exit level. I don't care. I'm done with it here. You're quoting him earlier. Yeah, like I said, it's like, as a person who learned how to cook Szechuan Chinese food, legitimately learned how to cook real Chinese food, that video just hurt. I mean, a lot of Chinese food in the United States is Americanized. I understand that that's fine. I don't hold it against people who like things like that. One of the things I like to cook, orange chicken, is an American invention, okay? That's one of my favorite go-to specialties. That and General Tso's chicken are American inventions for Chinese food. Even though I can make a mean fish head soup or fishball soup, that doesn't go over well here in the States. Fried with sauces like that go over amazingly well. Those are Americanized dishes. I fully recognize it, and that's fine. I'm okay with it, but that was not fried rice at all. That was just a crime against food, as far as I'm compared. Yeah, and I don't know what it is about Chinese food restaurants here, or at least I've noticed where I'm at, and I've seen it start to pop up otherwise too, is that they're starting to put white onion in everything. It's like, no. Well, yeah, so if you're trained in French cooking, lots of butter. Butter. Delicious butter. It'd be like somebody like, okay, I'm gonna make this French omelet here. Instead of using like half a pound of butter, I'm gonna use, I can't believe it's not butter spray. It's like, no. So, yeah. Yeah, oh, by the way, Evil Agent Carmen, one of her favorite things is orange chicken, which I've made for her before. Hopefully she liked it. I think she did. But, oh, what kind of Nihongo desu? That's alright, you can learn Japanese too. Japanese cooking is very specialized, but yeah, it's like, so you're trained in French cooking. So you know, like I said, butter is key in French cooking, and it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna make this here, and we're gonna use lots of, can't believe it's not butter, that's the best thing for you, we're gonna put a little small spray. It's like, no! Yeah, Japanese cooking is kind of what I've been falling back on, a lot of oyakodon recently. But it's not bad, it's just, it's an acquired taste for a lot of people. But that's where it's at here. But for now, though, I think we've reached the end. Alright, well, thank you so much for hanging out, everybody. I do appreciate it. Always when everybody shows up. So, of course, shoutouts to Nimix, Tonka, Ronnie, Evil Agent Carmen, love of my life. Anybody else who was lurking, you guys are always awesome as well. I do appreciate it here, showing up here and hanging out. It's always good here. I am going to be off tomorrow as usual, but I will be streaming on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just copy and paste that into Google and you will know for wherever you are in the world. Check me out on Twitter, Wurzel555. So that way, if something comes up, you'll be notified there, usually about 2 or 3 hours in advance before a stream. I'll let you know what I'll be playing. Or if I need to cancel, if I have plans come up or whatever, and I need to cancel, or I'm not feeling well health-wise, too much pain, you'll know there and when to expect the next stream. Next stream is going to be on Wednesday, which is the 29th. I'm going to be doing day 2 of my second chances of God of War, the PlayStation 4 version, and rendering my verdict at that time. Friday, I'm not sure what I'll be playing, probably coming back to Spyro. I do want to work my way through all 3 of these games. And depending on how fast, I've actually ordered a PlayStation memory card, because I can't find mine. But as soon as I get that, because I have a replacement laser I need to drop into my PlayStation, do a full Fox Hunt FMV playthrough. Because you can't, we're having problems doing it emulated. We can do it now on the actual system, because I have my capture card. We can get that all done. Keep an eye on that. That'll be an eventuality someday here, but next stream, at least on Wednesday immediately, is going to be definitely for sure God of War. Friday, coming probably back to this. Another game I want to do, kind of working in between, is possibly maybe do 100% run on Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. A game I love to death. It's very hard to do 100%. I'm not sure if I'll do that at the end. But we'll see how it goes. But for now, thanks for hanging out, and hopefully see you guys next time.